Shri Krishna. So today is Thursday, right? And it is Jupiter day and it's a Venus Nakshatra. So in a way, both the gurus are connected. So I'm going to be talking something very important connecting with gurus, including thinking of my guru also. Okay. So the topic is going to be saints, rishis, yogis, and Mahagurus, like my guru as well, right? Who are all enlightened, are always buried after death but not cremated. Okay, so we're going to be discussing about it because the cremation process is typically part of Hinduism process, right? But these people are special and separate. All right. So in Hinduism, if you see, typically an average person is cremated after death. Okay, the body is actually burned, right, so that the soul can detach from the physical identity, right? That body identity is the body, and move towards its karmic journey. Okay, it's a part of a journey. So think about Lord Krishna, right? Says that how souls and body are separate. The soul is what which undergoes the karmic process, birth recycle, not the body. Okay, that is where if you see the body is burnt into ashes. Okay, but then there is always a strange question many people have asked me whenever I come to India and whenever I go to temples, I go to samadhis, my guru samadhi also. When I come to India, I go and take the blessings as well, right? Why are gurus, yogis, especially enlightened gurus, not every guru, right? Enlightened guru, enlightened saints, right? They are not cremated, but they are, um, you know, um, after death, right? Why? But they are buried, right? And some of them are buried in a sitting or a meditation post. My guru is not in sitting meditation, he is in a lying pose. That is how the burial is. That is how we call it as a samadhi. Okay. Now you have to understand some important things here, right? Now, very important, I have taken a lot of my students, my clients as well, right, in astrology to my guru samadhi place. And they always say one thing other than, and it's not my read alone, everybody says there is a powerful energy there. The spiritual energy is still there, right? They can feel peace, they can feel silence, they can feel some kind of a positive vibration there. Okay, now let's look at some of the basic. In Hinduism, we have something called as Vedas and Upanishads, right? Upanishad. Do you ever know what is the meaning of, or rather than do you ever, I should say, would you ever know what is the meaning of a Upanishad? You can go and check it online. So Upanishads, if you see, right, means kind of sitting near a guru. And what is a guru? A guru is a person who can remove darkness. Okay? Darkness. Guru, removal of darkness. Okay? In ancient days, right, the Vedas and all of this was taught by sitting in front of the guru. A teacher would teach in a Veda Patashala ashram. Okay? And the transformation of energy, the transformation of knowledge did not happen through books. That is why in Hinduism we don't have books all along. Okay, the leaves and all came later, but it was actually a knowledge transferred from chanting, saying from a guru to a thing, like a Bluetooth in a way transfer. Okay, there was no really books. Okay, it was the presence of a guru. Okay, this is what the enlightenment rather is important. Okay, for a powerful spiritual experience. Okay, next, let's understand it further. Why do you think typically Hindus are cremated after death? This is always a question we always get because thankfully, or not in the right way, Abrahamic religion built everything opposite of it without having any details or stuff to it, which is fine. So understand, in Hinduism, okay, cremation is more than a ritual, okay, but it is a karmic process, a spiritual process. think about the sun, moon, lagna as the soul, mind and body. Okay, sun, moon, lagna, soul, mind and body. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita itself says all souls are created equal. Okay, there is a thing that we are in a materialistic world today, and we are trying to practice spirituality in a materialistic world, and the yuga itself is a Kali Yuga. So most of the people are attached to not only to the body, to their possessions, and the body itself is a possession. Okay, your identity, your relationship, your small things. It can be a phone, it can be a car, it can be a BMW boat, whatever it is, right? You are attached. And there is also, a very strong attachment here. And Lord Krishna in Mahabharata says it's about detachment. Okay, and so what happens is, right, and they also think about the worldly life after death. Okay, so the fire ritual, which is used like the Agni here for the burning of the body, right, the cremation in a way, the Agni actually helps to destroy this attachment. Okay, and make sure that soul is separated and it moves forward to the next journey. That Agni itself is a cleansing ritual for the soul. It's a cleansing. Like Ganga, if you go and take a bath, right? That is when we are alive. This is more like a cleansing ritual after death. Okay? All right. The fire, right, Agni here used is part of the purification, cleansing, transformation, as well as the karmic energy transformation moving forward. Okay, this is why if you see the most, the cremation is kind of the pivot in Hinduism. Okay, the burning of the body symbolizes the ending of the physical identity, right? The identity is gone, the body is your identity, that is the fact. But the soul can take many bodies, next birth another body, etc., right? That is why the separation is happening. Okay, so the soul karmic journey continues, okay, without getting linked to that body. All right, okay. Now the next question is, why are enlightened sadhus, enlightened yogis, enlightened gurus or a Mahaguru different? Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, these people who are enlightened, right, they are very different than ordinary people. I'll give you an example. My guru never had a cell phone. He died only on June 6, 2019. He never had a cell phone. He'll never talk on a cell phone. He will never talk on a phone. You cannot reach to him so easily. Okay, so that is a true guru. Okay, see, they may leave the body from the death June 6, 2019, as I said. But in reality, he already knew when he's going to die. So they already practice certain things and they know when they're going to leave the body. That is through their process, that enlightenment process. Okay, that is where the Mahasamadhi and all those comes. So they've already started detaching from the physical identity, physical world, everything. Okay, even before death comes. So it's like dying before dying. Think about it. Okay, they don't have fear. There is no chaos. There is no confusion. There is no attachment in a way. Okay, so in this case, what happens is cremation is unnecessary for them. Okay, they've already started doing the detachment process. Okay, so the body itself, if you see, right, it is just physically there, but without any meaning, basically. Okay, and the soul is already separating it. Think about it that way. Okay, that is why if you see, right, their process is very different. Okay, I'm talking about true yogis, true sadhus, true people, enlightened people, not the fake people here. Okay, all right. The next question comes is, why are they actually buried in meditation posture? So this is also a very interesting question. Okay, they are doing it different postures in a way. Like it can be like a Padmasana, like a lotus posture kind of a thing. right? Or any meditation pose, right? Because what happens is they typically go into meditation before they die. So they die in the meditation process, okay? And in this process, over time, the body, so the person doesn't know whether the person is alive or not, right? Nobody knows. But the body starts slowly stiffening and getting rigid, okay? So what happens is they don't want to change the position. So they follow the samadhi ritual in a meditation posture, the last posture they took before their death. Okay, this is kind of called the eternal meditation process, and it is part of the spiritual awakening. Okay, so this is actually the way how they try to move forward to the next level. Okay, all right. Next comes the bigger thing to answer. The bigger thing, if you ask, is when they go to the samadhi side, right? In my case, also, I took my students, my clients to my guru samadhi, right? Now, what happens is the body. It's all about energy. Newton's third law: energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Okay, the vibrations are there. Think about a temple and its vibrations. See, the body itself, right, where the samadhi is, can still have some kind of healing energy. I can give you the best example. Ask the Chinese people. There is a person called Damo. Damo is a Chinese name. Okay, Damo is no other than Bodhidharma, who went from India, Tamil Nadu, who went and taught the Chinese everything, including the Shaolin. Okay, lot of acupuncture, right? Think about all the healing practices. Think about medicine, vaccination, everything he taught to the Chinese. If you go to the temple in Guangzhou, the temple is called Hualin Temple. It's written on the wall, and I have seen it myself. Chinese will refuse. So to every time I go to China, I take the Chinese over there to show them, and I got a picture in my phone as well. And his name is Damo. He's a Chinese name. So the point is, when he died, okay, when he died, what happened is the Chinese refused to send his dead body to India, and because they had the belief that his body has got magical powers, just the same way he is. So that is the whole reason, right? It's a very strong belief. Go do your research on Bodhidharma. Okay, so the body itself had power, is what the belief, and it is actually truth. It is a truth. Okay, the power is coming because of the years of meditation and discipline, and kind of having that balance about the determination, dedication, devotion, discipline, right? And they're drawing a fine line between spirituality and materialism. Okay, so this is where there is that energy. Think about this way. Think about it may be a bad example, but it was an example. Think about, you store alcohol in a bottle, you buy alcohol in a bottle, you finish off the alcohol, even a month later, go open the bottle and smell the bottle. Even an alcohol bottle without alcohol with smell of alcohol. That is the same thing. That is bad energy. This is good energy. That is the difference. Okay, but I know that a lot of my clients as well as students who have come and seen have experienced some kind of emotional healing, positive energy, or unusual peace, okay, into when they visited my guru samadhi as well. Okay, and it is actually a very blessed place. Okay, all right. So the samadhi is really not about death, right? It is a point of removing the karmic knot, untying the karmic knot, okay, which is a complete freedom from attachment. And attachment, fear, physical identity, karma, body, everything. As normal people, we all struggle, right? We all struggle to balance between spiritualism and materialism, okay, to separate, right, this part, and even separate and detach, right? This is where we struggle. From the body itself we struggle, from the family, from the environment, everything, right? But once we attain enlightenment, that is where we go to the next level. Okay, and the potential is unlimited. Sky is the limit. Okay. So the burial process itself becomes a symbolic spiritual completion rather than death or demise or mourning activities. Okay. So human life, right, in a way is not limited to physical form, which is a body. It is beyond that. What we see outside is a body, but what we don't see is the soul, right? And all the souls are created by, in a way, Vishnu, right? So once if you're able to understand this, right, the thing is in Hinduism, it's all about cyclical. And there is something called a timeless idea, consciousness. Okay. And how the body gets disposed of when you're done, and the soul takes a new body in the next birth. Otherwise it has to go where it has to go, to the creator. Okay. So this is a big transformation process. Have you visited a samadhi? Have you gone to a samadhi? Have you seen a samadhi? Perfect example also, people with born and moon in Magha Nakshatra. Okay, there is a Magha Nakshatra temple. I think it's called Mahalingeshwara temple is there. Okay, Magha Nakshatra temple, Nakshatra temple of Magha. Okay, there if you go, right, there if you go, you have samadhi. Okay, you have the samadhi of the Saptarishi itself. Okay, so this is not Gautama Rishi, but I will tell you the Saptarishi name is, I'm just getting blanked out for a minute. So there is a samadhi in the Magha Nakshatra temple. Okay, and I always tell people who go to the samadhi of the Magha Nakshatra temple, right, you should go and see the place, and the samadhi is so powerful. Okay, so powerful in a way that you're blessed, I'm telling you. So if you have ever visited a samadhi, right, or if you ever go to a temple, there is a samadhi of a saint or a guru, and if you know it, go around the samadhi 3 times clockwise. Okay, clockwise, which is extremely important. Number one, not only that, you can get the blessings, which is what we need today. Okay, and third one I would also tell you is that understand who is that the rishi, right, and understand that energy, because once you understand the energy will start interacting with you. You see, I'm just going to see if I can find the it's Bharatwaja Rishi. Yeah, it's Bharatwaja Rishi in Magha Nakshatra temple. Okay, so there is a samadhi there. So yeah, and so understand and interact and connect with the energies. Okay, they are living saints in a way. Some of them are very living. So you should be able to understand and differentiate between a true living saint, enlightened one, versus one which is not a true yogi. This is important. All right. Okay, I hope this was helpful, guys. And if you have any comments, please share your comments in the comment section, and press the like button if you liked it. I was also thinking of my guru, and I had to publish this video today as well to kind of give you some enlightenment around this particular topic. Yeah. Jai Shri Krishna. Please follow the video and follow the channel as well, and press the like button and share the comments in the comment section. Thank you, and Jai Shri Krishna.